pension bill.
Pension bill.
To the employees.
Well, what does it do to the pension? Explain that quickly for those that's listening.
Okay, real quickly. It starts the city employees where we have to make contributions to them pension plan.
Yes, sir.
We haven't done this in 40 years.
Yes, sir.
And we got a Councilman Stokes.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Well, he was hoping to be joined. He may be on the line. We were supposed to have been joined by him today, but if not, we'll work out another day and get him on. Please continue.
You told me that before, man.
Yes, sir.
Bring him on.
He'll be on.
But he tells me what I read in the paper. His quote. He tells me that was not true.
Okay. So what time is that again tonight?
We getting there at 4:30.
4:30. Okay. Glenn Middleton gonna be there to represent?
Absolutely.
All right, man. If not, please call in and check in now. All right.
All right.
Okay, brother. Thank you, now. All right, peace. And send me that donation for that infomercial, man. With that, let me come back to the lines. 410-761-1592, man. Again, more you think things change? I know y'all thought that Stephanie Rollins was going to be a head and shoulders above Sheila Dixon, man. And then you got to still see this, and they get all the freebies. They get all the freebies. They can't wait to get a freebie. But nothing but a bunch of freeloaders down there in City Hall, man. Most of them. I'm talking about in your mayor's office. A bunch of freeloaders. Highest paid man in the country, probably. And just freeloading. Anything they can get for free. For them and their family and their friends, man. This kind of stuff you see girls in the hood doing, man. It's what you see on Married to a Baller. It's what you see on the Housewives of Atlanta. Housewives of Jersey, man. Was she Snooki down there? Was she Snooki or Cookie? We're going to have to ask that question. But let me come back to the line. 410-761-1592. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Yeah, how you doing, brother Hall?
I'm good, brother. Thoughts and comments on this mess, man.
She lied, but she took the zero off that 400. That's what she did.
Oh, yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
but
sir.
She already know ain't nobody gonna go back and try to, pull it up. Ain't nothing gonna get no repercussions.
Yo, you
so
know.
She probably spent $4,000.
Yes, sir.
And then that's where all them taxes come in too, like a bag tax.
Right.
Next thing you know, they be talking about cutting the grass tax. You know
yes,
what I mean?
Sir.
That's what's going to happen.
Yes,
but
sir.
You already know she a lie, man.
Yeah.
She don't care nothing about the city. All she cares about is Harbor East and south of the harbor. That's it.
That's it, man. Special tax breaks for Harbor Point, John Patarakis, Michael Beatty, and the rest of them. But you can't get no tax break uptown. They can get all the tax breaks downtown.
Yeah.
And
I
yes,
hope
sir.
she listening, man.
Well, I know they listening down there.
Do some work in the city. Why
yes,
you
sir.
do that?
Yeah.
Cut a ribbon for some houses that's being rehabbed in the city.
Right. That's right. Well, they want to give it away to people like that old thug Bill Struvers, man. You understand?
Yeah, hate on, man. Hate on.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you for checking in, brother. All right?
All right, man.
All right. We got to put them on the run, man, and then get them up out of there. Don't just vote them out of there. You got to shame some of them out of there. You should be occupying City Hall every day in every kind of way, as our people did during the Civil Rights Movement. They shamed that Italian and Tommy D'Alessandro. He said he didn't run because every day he came to work, somebody was occupying City Hall, protesting, laying in, sleeping in, staying in, swaying in. And that's the kind of pressure right now. This man ain't got no pressure on her. She don't have no pressure on her, man. Clearly is what we're looking at right now. Only thing she worrying about is her makeup. They never let her see him sweat. All she can do is, how does my blush look? That's how Lisa Harris Jones want to ask you. She can always tell the person that they missing something on the inside, so they always want to dress it up on the outside. How do my hair look? How do my teeth look? Looking real bad right about now. You understand? But they want to keep dressing it up, but it's like putting lipstick on a pig or lipstick on something else down there in City Hall. But let me come back to the line. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Good afternoon, Brother Dern. How are you?
I'm good, brother. Thoughts and comments on this mess, on this scandal, man?
Hey, brother, quite clearly, man, you have a couple. But let me point this out, brother. Now, I'm well-versed in tyrannical governance, tyranny, oligarchy, and, hey, brother, I used to think that it may have been the oligarchy down there or tyrannical government.
Yes.
But, brother, listening to you and these stories, it sounds like a damn loony bin.
Yeah, it passed the loony bin a long time ago, man.
Man, brother. And, man, I know that nobody's not that stupid to have somebody doing some city work in a developer's building.
Oh, when I get into that, man, when I get into that company, it's quite a few of them white companies around here that they got city. Now, you just had the article where you had Department of Baltimore Housing Authority employees doing work, But I understand you got DPW, we'll say alleged, doing work for some companies up and down St. Paul Street. I even got some pictures of them, so all eyes are watching right now, brother. And we going to name the names, name the company. I'm going to see if they want to come on to defend that. And they using city parts and city labor and city equipment, man, is what they're doing.
Hey, Brother Dunn, one last point, man. Now, I know it's a statement to our condition that we must be politically and economically necessary out of our mind. But I'm telling you, brother, listen to this show today. That damn city hall has to be out of their mind, brother.
They most of them are gone, brother. They gone, man. And
No doubt.
they arrogantly gone. But, you know, it only takes an enlightened few to bring them back down to earth, all right?
Hey, brother, put that full court press on them, man.
Yes, sir. We're going to press them and stress them like the Spurs was on the Heat, all right?
No doubt.
All right, brother. With that, we'll come back to the lines. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the State of the City.
Yeah, good afternoon, brother.
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Thoughts
I
and
think
comments.
they didn't force most of us to be force-fed this waiting game. You know, we're just waiting to find out, you know, waiting in the wrong line. You know, we're just waiting 10 and 20 years. We're just waiting everything.
Right.
You know, from the president, from the governor to the mayor, to the laws, to the water, you know, children, you know. What is it we're not waiting for? They took all of our stimulus money that was supposed to go for the bridges, supposed to go for the infrastructure, the waterways and everything else. They took that for the bridges that didn't need to be done, and now they want to tax us. Why are we waiting? What are we waiting for? We need to wake up.
That's right, brother.
To get moving, action.
Got to plan, organize, strategize, and put the heat on them, brother. All right?
So we need to kick in them doors.
Yeah, I agree. Kicking the doors, some floors, and much, much more. All right?
Yes, brother.
All right, brother. Appreciate you checking in now. We'll take more of your calls here at 410-761-1592. Get in where you fit in where you get in, because ain't nobody else going to talk like this and talk about this on their airways. You know why? They get money from the mayor. They get money from Lisa Jones, Sean Malone, and these lobbyists around here. Or they get money from Annapolis, so they're not going to share this information. You got 4 of your schools that closed, and you don't hear none of the alumni that went to Garrison, none of the alumni that went to these other schools that's being shut down. You don't hear them saying a word. You don't hear these blacktivists and twactivists and activists that be talking about what the delegates doing as I listen to Patrick Henderson. They closing schools in that community, and wait a minute, damn it. They opening up a supermarket and shutting down your schools. Where's your insult level, man? Where is your insult level? They shutting down the school and then tell you they gonna open up a ShopRite supermarket. A ShopRite supermarket. Where all them people live in that Garrison community up there? They just shutting your school down, man, and kicking your children out. Tell them they gonna go wherever we send them. Children, go where I go. How shall I send you? I'm gonna send you 2 by 2, and them little Negroes ain't gonna do nothing. It's what they essentially saying to you. Let them go to Roland Park or some of these other affluent communities, see if they shut their schools down. For some of you talk about how they treat other communities in Roland Park, because them people going to have their hands on the pulse of what's happening in the city. But not you. You ain't going to have your pulse on nothing except the game tonight or happy hour tomorrow. That's it. So it becomes ethnic cleansing of your children from the Baltimore City public school system right to the jails. With that, let me come back to the line before we wrap up. Good afternoon, caller. You on the State of the City.
Carl Stokes, how are you doing?
Councilman, how are you?
Great. We still got time?
We got about 5 minutes. You're going to have to promise me we can come back and do a part 2 now.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, tell me whatever you want to do.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it since we got 5 minutes, man. We just talking about, let's first give your contact information where you can be reached, because I know you got a hearing coming up tonight, right?
I do.
Yes, sir. Right.
So you want me to give it when we go on?
Yes. Yeah, please give it. We're going to take about 10 minutes. The manager here, Gene, just gave it to me. So, let's go ahead and we'll do a 10-minute extra State of the City today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Please continue.
Okay. So let's talk about, we do have some hearings going on, and of course you can reach me at 410-396-4811 or carl.stokes@baltimorecity.gov. Now I want to talk about something that I don't have a hearing immediately on, but there is a bill in the Taxation, Finance, Economic Development Committee, which is the committee that I chair.
Yes, sir.
And I haven't called for a hearing yet because there are too many unanswered questions, or actually there are a lot of questions with answers, but they're not the right answers.
Yes, sir.
So the billionaire developer down at the Inner Harbor,
East, Harbor East. We're talking about Michael Beatty, John Pataracus. You don't have to say the name. I'll say the name.
I know you will.
Yes, sir.
No problem. I'll say them too.
Yes.
They now want to. Now, let me just mention to you that the taxpayers, not city government, the taxpayers have given them corporate welfare. They talk about incentives and subsidies. It's welfare.
Yes, sir.
So we have given them almost $500 million so far.
Wait a minute. You got to repeat that again, because I got some hearing impaired, and some people got amnegronesia. We've given them how much?
$500 million with a B dollars. Much.
As much as they say Baltimore City is getting for the transform our school system, huh? $500 million.
$500 million to people who already are billionaires. You got that?
Yes, sir.
And corporate. And we do that. We've done that on 5 of the 6 projects that they've done so far. The new project, which is called Harbor Point, is on contaminated land, as you know.
Yeah, that was on the grounds of, what was that development?
Allied Signal.
Allied Signal.
The chromium is buried there.
Yes.
And they're going to, and they spent a lot of money, EPA directed them, and they spent a lot of money to cap that chromium beneath the ground. And they're going to pierce the cap to build a 23-story tower there, and a garage, and some housing, some condos, etc. And they're going to build it all there, and they're saying that they need $107 million of taxpayer money to improve their private property. This is not city-owned property.
Right. So now I'm doing the math. We're talking about $607 million that we're talking about now.
It keeps going up.
Yes, sir.
It keeps going up.
Right.
Now they're telling us that for the city, the taxpayers who give them the money, they're going to give us a bunch of new jobs, which is not true.
Yes, sir.
Because Exelon, the first building that's going to be built there, by the way, Exelon, currently has a building across the street at 750 Pratt Street, or Constellation does. They, as you know, Exelon out of Chicago purchased Baltimore's Constellation BG&E.
Right.
And so they're committed to building a new headquarters downtown. They're going to bring a few people from out of town, but pretty much most of those 23 stories are people who are already across the street in another building.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
so
sir.
they're not new jobs that are going to be there.
No.
But they want us to put in the streets on a private property. You understand that?
Oh, no.
You understand that if you're living in, like, Baltimore County and you buy 25 acres and you put a road up to your house, the Baltimore County is not going to leave the public road and build your driveway for you.
That's right. Yes,
They're not going to build your driveway.
Right.
That's you. Right?
Yes, sir.
There's a road outside that you can come down to.
Right.
But anyway, so we have all of those streets already. But let's say we help them out with this. And by the way, they're saying to us that Exelon cannot be built unless Baltimore City puts up $107 million of roadway improvements, which is not the truth. Because if you know downtown, there's the old McCormick site on Light Street.
Yes, sir.
There's the former News American site off of Pratt Street across from the Renaissance Hotel.
Yes.
There are other sites downtown that already have roads and curbing and pavement. In other words, they can build Exelon on these other sites if they so choose.
Right.
And the taxpayer is not out any money for infrastructure.
Yes.
But what we have is a developer who's gone crazy with greed. And you know what?
So it's not about need, it's greed.
Yes, and it's not all his fault, because the Baltimore Development Corporation, which is as close to being, they don't like me to use the word corrupt, so as close to being something that sounds like corrupt as it can be. They just say to people, multimillionaire, billionaire people, we've got money. How much do you need? How much do you want?
Right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Now, you're building a small business uptown, in the neighborhoods.
Right. Can't get help. Can't get no help.
Can't get
no help from the BDC.
They're going to tell you all the permits you got to pull and et cetera, but they're not going to say to you, can we help you financially?
Right. Instead of construction, we see destruction.
Destruction.
They become the BDC, Baltimore Destruction Corporation.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Uptown. But please continue.
Now, this piece of land, by the way, at a hearing last year when Jay Brody was still the president of BDC.
Yes, sir.
I made the comment that I didn't really think that public money needed to go there because this was already the most prime piece of property in the city. It's on the water.